What up, it's your girl Najee. Everybody hates K, but everything golden. And you're listening to T7M Radio with my man's Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah.
Tony Romo, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. Do you feel like Tony Romo should regain his starting spot sometime before the regular season is out, regardless of the success that the Cowboys may have under Dak Prescott?
Absolutely, 100% no. I think Tony Romo has proven that what you see is what you get. You're going to get great regular season play, and you're going to get so-so postseason play. So I feel like his upside, as far as winning, I think he has maxed out. And I think Prescott bring a different element to the Cowboys with his mobility, and I feel like he take care of the ball better than Romo. I think Romo is a bigger playmaker, has a bigger arm, but now Prescott is getting more and more comfortable, and now he's throwing the ball down the field, creating big plays. So Romo, he's just, I mean, what can I say? The guy's bad luck. The guy, he's just a loser. I mean, there's no way simple. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a good guy. You know, he's a good company man. All the great things you would like as far as PR. But the guy just can't win when you need him to win. And how long are we going to keep betting that he is going to win?
You know, I don't want to be too disrespectful to Tony Romo because, you know, his last full season that he had, I mean, he had arguably an MVP season just a couple years ago. But you do make some valid points. He's definitely an accident waiting to happen. What do you think the locker room, though, is like? Do you think, you know, number one receiver Dez Bryant, who do you think he might be more comfortable with right now? Because I think at the end of the day, along with the success, you know, Dez is going to have a say in a few weeks as far as who he feel comfortable with. So who do you expect Dez Bryant to really lock in with? Because, you know, Tony Romo was his guy. Dak Prescott, they just starting to get some chemistry. You know, he did catch Dak Prescott only touchdown pass of his career. So what do you think the locker room is like? Who do you think the locker room might side with?
Dak Prescott, because by the time Tony Romo be cleared to play, you know, the Cowboys may be like a 5-2 team. So how would you take a guy that you know that he's the, first of all, he is the quarterback of the future outside of this year anyway. So I feel like you throw him in there now, and I mean, like I said, Romo is just a hit away, and his back is going to split, and he's going to be just the same reoccurring thing. So I don't know. Personally, I think Dez probably want Romo back because, if I'm not mistaken, he has only had 100-yard receiving game when Romo is not playing. That was a few weeks ago against the Redskins. So I think personally, I think he would like him, but he may have he have a knee injury. He refused to take a MRI. The team haven't gave him MRI. He might have a torn ACL, as far as we know. So I don't think he hold any weight in any type of consideration of who should be the quarterback.
What about Jason Witten? Best friends Tony Romo. Then you got Cole Beasley, who seems to have had a breakout game. He seems to be gelling well with Dak Prescott. Like, this locker room offensively could be torn in a few weeks or split right down the middle.
Well, it's interesting you miss Cole Beasley because he seemed like him and Dak is really looking well. And Witten, I mean, they all looking good with Prescott. I can imagine Witten would like to see Romo for personal reasons, but, you know, it's about wins, not personal.
Now, we know Dallas has the best offensive line in the NFL, but they actually are kind of banged up. They got two guys on that line that's kind of banged up, so they definitely need to get healthy before Romo comes back. You know, if Dallas even considers putting Romo back on the field, he's going to need as much protection as he can get. And I told you last week, Ezekiel Elliott, I'm not convinced. In the preseason, I almost was, but looking at it now, I'm not convinced at all that he's that guy. What's your impression on the running game?
I mean, he did just have over 100 yards rushing, you know, albeit played against the terrible Chicago Bears. But he did have a good game last game. So he actually showed me a few signs. But I mean, I I wouldn't like bet the house on. I don't think he's a game changer.
I don't think Tony Romo's done anything to deserve to lose his spot. But this is a business. We've seen it happen before. And it's a lot of things in Dallas that needs to be shaken up. I think Jason Garrett needs to be out the door. And if Tony Romo loses his starting spot, I don't know what's next for Tony Romo. What's next for Romo if he's out of Dallas? Where can you see him going and being successful?
Yeah, after this year, I could see Romo. I could see him being the Jets' next quarterback. Considering Fitzpatrick is on a 1-year deal, I could see him going in New York and trying to get things going in New York. So I think the Jets would be a great destination for him.
Well, I think the jury is definitely still out on this one. You know, I don't want to say Romo don't deserve his spot, but I do like that Prescott, the energy that he's bringing to Dallas. And I think, like I said, I think the locker room at the end of the day is going to have a say in who stay and, you know, who goes right now. They go in the season, depending on how much success they have. If they can't get the wins, you know, I think they definitely ain't had no choice but to bring Romo back. But if they play well, and if they seem to be a little bit inspired by that, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what Jerry Jones do around week 10. It's going to be a good call.